Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting episode of The Burner Account. As usual, and as always, you got your boy Big Joe.
You got your boy, the original Don.
And the illustrious J had in the background on the scene. Not videoed, but I'm here, people. What up?
He's somewhere.
What up?
A lot of people don't know that's really AI that we have there.
Yes. I am a robot.
It's not a real person, guys. It's not a real person.
They say that about me personally too.
Yeah.
But go ahead. You know,
real life.
It's neither here nor there.
We got a good little show for you today. We got a couple of topics. We got Cowboys talk. We have Team USA doing whatever the hell they were doing against South Sudan last weekend. And we're going to start off the show with the Deadpool / Wolverine movie. Two of us have seen it. I'll go ahead and spoil it now and say that I have not.
You're a movie guy too. That's crazy.
I am. I'll catch it this weekend for sure. Just so that I can say, hey, I did see it. Just be equal. But boys, I wanted to get your opinion. Is this something that you feel like our viewers should watch? Is this worth your, if you're going by yourself, $20-$25? If you're going with a family, $100? Is it worth putting the money down, taking time out to go to the theater, fighting a crowd, sitting like this next to people on either side of you? Is it worth it? Or is it something that you should wait on?
Jay, I'll let you go first since you have a higher opinion of this movie than I do.
Okay. I'll say
this
yes.
will be a spoiler-free.
It will be.
Yes.
You won't have to click off.
No
We're not going to spoil it for you.
Yeah.
I will say yes. There's some life hacks if you don't want to sit by people. I hope people don't think bad of me about this, but I sit in the not the handicap area, but there's normal seats in that area, and we sit in those right in the middle.
In the backpack?
No, it's like midway.
Yeah, it's in the middle.
It's like the walkway when you.
Oh, you're talking about the split level.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about like the one continuous ramp. They're at the back middle, but if you're multi-level, yeah, for sure.
I go to a bougie. I don't know how to pronounce it. Sinopolis, whatever it's called. Yeah, it's pretty high scale if you want to call it that. I kind of spoiled myself and my son to where we can't go watch movies anywhere else. Like Cinemark has gone downhill. AMC has don't even get me there going there. The Rave in Euless used to be nice. It's not anymore. It's I don't know what happened to it, but that's ran down. So we still go to Euless, but we go to a pretty upscale theater. Now, the movie, I give it a 8.1. 8.1. And I think yeah. And
not 100.
Honestly, after seeing Bad Boys in this, I think depending on what else comes out during the year, action movie, superhero movie, it might be number one. I think it was good. Action was good. The cameos, I give the cameos a 12 out of 10 because I didn't listen to any of the news. I didn't listen to any of the spoilers. I didn't want to have any of the leaks, and thankfully there weren't a lot of leaks about this.
Yeah, it was very minimal for this movie for sure.
Right. And when the cameos came out, they hit you in your chest when you saw them. When you see the cameos, it's like, oh, and then it's one after another, and it's
Hmm.
just it's good. It's a good feeling, and I think they did it right. I think they introduced um Deadpool to the MCU in the right way. I think. I think, and that's not a spoiler. Everybody knew that he was
Eventually be
coming to
part
the
of the
MCU.
MCU. Yeah.
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 So
I mean, I have to say, at least for me, um, I gave it a 6 out of 10. The only reason I did that was only because I guess it just depends the level of fandom that you have to have in order for you to appreciate the movie. As far as Deadpool being introduced to the MCU, I think it was a great way to introduce him into the MCU or to the Marvel universe. But and I agree with Jay as far as the cameos go, as far as the action sequences in the movie, those were all excellent. Excellent. I think some of the story in the movie kind of at in certain parts to me was just like, why are we sitting through this right now? Why am I
mm,
having to listen to this backstory portion of it or this portion of the movie that doesn't really, to me it didn't really make sense. But again, I'm not a huge Deadpool fan. I did like the first movie. I was iffy about the second movie. And then this movie, of course, I was hype about it because I wanted to see Wolverine come back. Everybody who's anybody, you know, we've kind of grown to love Hugh Jackman as Logan. And he's one of those guys now that when you talk about Wolverine, that's the only person that basically you can see right now
yep,
as playing the Wolverine in a movie.
yep,
So for me, that's why I was super hype about it. I was like, man, he's gonna be back, and he's gonna come back in the suit, which it shows you in the trailers, it shows you in all the poster boards that he's gonna be back in the suit. Again, just like Joe said at the beginning, not going to spoil any parts of the movie or anything like that, but it was as an epic thing to watch and to see on the screen. So for
How
me,
long
that's why I
was
gave
it?
it. It was, I want to say, almost 2 hours
yeah,
because I, I want to say the runtime was around maybe just a little over 2 hours, maybe just a little over 2 hours. Um,
Including
but
the previews or not including the previews?
I want to say including the previews.
I
Okay.
mean, I
Yeah.
can't, I don't know because I missed the previews, so we walked in
Bro,
and
that's the
As
best
it
part
was
of
playing.
any movie is the
That's
preview.
what I say too. A lot of people don't agree with that. Some people hate that people go in there like super early and
I do.
sit there and
I like to
I
go
do
on
it all the
the
time.
preview.
Yeah, that's exactly why I go to the movies to go watch the previews to see what else is coming out, right? But yeah, I mean, overall, it was a very good movie, especially if you're a huge comic book guy or a comic book fan or a Marvel fan to begin with. You're gonna love the movie. Movie
yeah,
is great. For me, just like I said, I was really just super hype about seeing Hugh Jackman play Wolverine again, and it was well worth it. That portion
bro,
of it, the acting on that, it was well worth that portion of it. But I think this will be the last time I actually spend money going for the opening day. Actually, because they're supposed to be officially released on Friday. We actually went on Thursday. My daughter got tickets early. She's a huge Deadpool fan, and she got tickets early to go for the early showing on Thursday. We went then, and just like Jay said, I guess it also depends on the quality of the theater you go watch it in because we went to the AMC. That's where they had it an early showing of it, and bro, to be to literally feel like a sardine in a seat, almost sitting in somebody else's lap that's sitting next to you, is and then to sit there for 2 hours was very uncomfortable. So I guess that took away a little bit of the experience for me. And then
Yeah.
I was just like, bro, I'm never doing this again. I would rather wait a week later and then, go to a movie theater that I'm familiar with. I like to go, I frequent the movie tavern. Shout out to the movie tavern in Bedford. Their seating has always been on point. It's spacious. You have room to walk around. If somebody gets up to go to the restroom, you don't have to scoot your chair back or move your feet or any of that. They can get around you just fine, and all is good in the world. But at this movie theater, it was just such a, I guess that part of the experience was kind of took away from the movie on my part, and I was just like, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
I'm not coming. I'm not coming for this. Not for this nonsense. I can't do this. So,
Yeah.
Hey, now I'm not trying to be in your pockets,
uh,
but I will ask you this: like, how much roughly did you guys spend to go watch that movie?
bro, I'll
Um,
tell you this alone, and just because my daughter, of course, she wanted to get the commemorative Wolverine Deadpool
Yeah.
cups, and then she wanted to get the Deadpool like bucket, popcorn bucket that they made or whatever. That alone, just the two cups and the popcorn bucket was damn near $100. It was like 97 something just for that. And then the ticket.
oh,
He gone.
he gone. He froze.
Looks like it. But while
He
we're
coming
waiting on
back.
him, what about you, Jay?
Um, I mean, tickets were 14 for Logan and I. Well,
That
14
was a night
apiece.
showing.
14 apiece. I mean, it was just regular. We went at 5 o'clock. Um, 14 apiece, so 33, 30 something. And some change for the tickets. I think popcorn and drink for both of us was another 30, so like 60 something, 64, 65, something like that.
Sheesh.
Um I always know that it's gonna cost money when we go,
Yep.
but you know, that's something me and him have in common, and we love going to the theater and spend time with each other like that. And I can't, you know, I I don't get to see him often because he's playing football and working, getting ready for his senior year. Um so it's you know, I take my time when I do get it. I enjoy actually going to the movie. We talk about it afterwards on the ride home, and you know, it's a good time. It's always a good time. I
Yeah.
don't have to hear complaining. Oh, I want to. This movie's so boring. This is stupid or anything like that. He's always into watching whatever we pick out. You know, so
Thanks. All right, Julio, welcome back.
My bad, guys.
it's all
I
good.
had a little bit of a technical difficulty there on my part, so I
Yeah.
That's hap-
apologize for that.
You
that's
were
But
happening.
at I don't know if you remember where you were at, where you left off.
You said he
yeah, I was
paid
talking
almost
about
100 for the commemoratives.
yeah, $100 for the commemorative stuff, and then my daughter, luckily enough, she had purchased the tickets ahead of the movie, like 2 weeks almost in advance. So the tickets ended up being like somewhere around the range of $60 for three tickets. That was my ticket, my daughter's ticket, and her sister. So that's another. You might as
Damn.
well just call it $160 all the way together,
Wait, hold on.
just for
60
going
buck
to the movie.
60 for
Yeah.
3,
Mhm.
and the seating was bad.
Oh, bro, was not worth it whatsoever.
Hey, now I heard you using a lot of, positive descriptors when you're talking
Mhm.
about the movie, but then you're like, that's a six.
Yeah.
Are you saying it was a six, including the negative experience you had at the theater? Is that what's kind of swaying your score? Or is that just like to me the words don't match. It's like, oh, it was great. I was super high. Wolverine, da 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 da.
Hmm.
It's a
Which,
six.
which, well, I guess the it is based on just the movie, not the
Mhm.
total experience.
Mhm.
And I can't really. All I can say is if you're more of a Marvel fan, it'll be ranked a lot higher for you.
Mhm.
For me, just as a movie in general, overall, with the story development, the way that the story was told, and what you got throughout the movie, to me, I found it as a 6. I don't want to go into too much details as far
Sure.
as what we saw in the movie, just because again we're trying to keep it spoiler free. But in my opinion, as a movie goer and movie watcher, I would say I rate it as a 6
Okay.
as far as that goes.
Hey,
I,
I'm not judging your score.
Yeah.
Something triggered me when you were talking about how Hugh Jackman is the only Wolverine that we know and that can play that role. However, there was one in there that could pull
We're
it
not spoiled.
off.
We're
I'm
not
not
spoiled.
spoiling. I'm not spoiling it, but I'm just saying.
You're starting to give deep cuts, buddy.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Julio knows who I'm talking about.
I know who you're talking about, and I'm gonna say I disagree with you as far as that
Oh
goes.
man, no sir, no sir.
Ooh.